Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The first two channels that we're looking at right now are Gail's Southern Living and Just Chasing Keto and More. Both of these creators have been featured earlier in Superchat episodes, but today, in 3 hours from now, Gail's Southern Living is going to go live with Just Chasing Keto as a guest. Both of these creators are incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters here and to others in their communities. They both care very much about the well-being of others, even outside of their YouTube journeys. So we're just looking at them quickly. I've got a few names on our wheel already. Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures, of course, are in the top two positions. They are two of the most supportive creators that I've met in my now 6 years on YouTube. And we've got Canadian Family Life and Leela Life My Way, who are both early in the door. Ace Flaw 1 is also on the wheel. He's a friend of over 3.5 years now. And Rushing Wind Mountain is getting added to the wheel. They happen to be a member. I see a longtime friend, James Gype in the house. Good to see you. And we'll do some more introductions in a quick second here. I see Hannah Rose is in the house. Chevy Addict is back with us, along with Henry Nelson and Killer Clown Gaming Jory are all in the house. Ria's Blissful Connections might be here for the first time. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. As well, I see Ron's Keto Cafe in the house, and he's posted his first helicopter ride video. Pardon me. Which yesterday I was excited about because he had let us know that he'd recently been on a helicopter tour, and I was pushing him for a video because I'm lucky enough to have been on a helicopter ride once before, and I find it absolutely thrilling and fascinating, but I did not film mine. So I'm happy to see what Ron's Keto Cafe has come up with. So in 3 hours from now, we'll go over to Gail's Southern Living. We've got that raid set up, and we'll visit and see what Just Chasing Keto and More has to say. He would like to motivate and inspire people, especially when it comes to the idea of healthy eating, healthy living, whether thinking about or sticking to a keto-based diet and lifestyle. Rambling with the Brooms is in the house, and he's a fellow Canadian who happens to be a member and a moderator. So I've got him on the wheel right now, and it's already time to start spinning for today. So we'll see who our first channel is going to be that's going to come up. In the meantime, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. The next channel we're looking at is Michael's Adventures, and as I had mentioned at the beginning, he is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my now 6 years on YouTube. He cares very much about other people, much more than himself, especially when it comes to our YouTube journey. He's known to help a lot of creators when it comes to playlist running and things like watch hours. So we'll talk about his content in a second. I see he's got a few more premieres coming up. He tends to premiere every single day, at least once a day, sometimes more often. Susan A is in the house. They're a member, so I'll get them on the wheel right away. For anybody that is fairly new or brand new to Superchat today, then I do keep everything open to everyone. You do not have to super chat. You do not have to be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. It takes a long period of time, usually anywhere from an hour and a half to 2.5 hours to get onto the wheel and then eventually the screen. But after a long period of time, I will add some names from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation, and I have a robot in the background that helps with that. So Michael's Adventures brings a lot of wildlife more than anything else. Once in a while he'll take us out, which looks like this video that's coming up actually next week. He takes us out for a look around an area, sometimes a cemetery or a graveyard, sometimes just to look around his area, a story to be told, and he enjoys a lot of wildlife, including raccoons, foxes, deer. There's some bird watching on the channel. He's also got some shorts here that will include some lottery scratch tickets, and then once in a while you might find him playing a game on a tablet like a slot machine. And Michael's Adventures, like I said, is incredibly supportive, but in a very special way. Now, every moderator here is a dear friend of mine. They all have channels of their own. They all do different things. They're all dear friends of each other. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, they will allow you to meet more friends and family members for your own channel when you visit any of them for premieres and live streams. Now, Michael's Adventures is the kind of creator who goes out of his way to specifically ask, particularly if I know anybody that needs help with watch hours and things like that. And he is always willing to swap playlists. So if anybody wants to do that, again, just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. And then other creators should reach out to you. Lavaz ASMR, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. We'll spin the wheel again. We'll get another channel ready to go for today, and we'll see what's happening with Rambling with the Brooms. Now, this is another creator who happens to be a moderator and a member here. And Scott is very well known as somebody who's incredibly supportive and wants to help channels grow as well. He's got a reputation now as being a moderator on what is probably hundreds of channels. And ever since I've known this creator, he has been an advocate for helping others grow and helping hit different milestones. What he'll often do is bring StreamYard panels up so that we can be introduced to a lot of different creators, some just in the beginning of their YouTube journey and some that he's known for a long time. He very much makes himself a part of the YouTube community by heading out to pretty distant meetups with other creators and things like that as well. We'll see that on other people's channels. You'll recognize Scott as we go through a lot of other channels here on Superchat because he's so supportive to others. Kimberly Gila, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. When we look at the shorts on this channel, we see a little bit of famous Canadian weather in a couple of the most popular ones. Some of these are getting into 1,400, 1,500, and 1,600 views, one over 3,000, and one over 7,700 views. Live streams are frequent. He has two series, Procrastination Thursday and Shenanigan Fridays, where he'll be on usually for a couple of hours, actually. And like I said, lots of StreamYard panels there. You can see a lot of familiar faces there when we roll over. And one of the things he's working on right now is a project. You can get information both from the live streams or from his videos about a cruise that's coming up in August of 2025. It'll be going from Seattle to Alaska. It's a one-week cruise, and he is working on that closely with Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead. A lot of us know him as the Mod Father, and they've got a lot of informative videos on both of their channels. Rambling with the Brooms comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. That can include farming, ranching, gardening, camping, any outdoor activity. I even like to include fishing and hiking channels. And Rambling with the Brooms will often take us outside. I've hung out with him in the Sugar Shack. Sometimes he gives us a chance to get to know him. And then as well, he's doing a lot of product reviews lately. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. We'd love to push him towards the 1,800 subscribers we know he's thinking about. And again, that's Scott from Rambling with the Brooms. Of course, he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Antonio Brim, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Gloria's Platter is a dear friend of a very long time now, actually. We'll spin the wheel one more time, and I'll get a couple of names onto our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation right away. And look at that, Scratch and PPA is coming up. It's interesting, the wheel is doing something weird to us today. But Scratch and PPA is known as a shining jewel in the Tuberchat family, a beloved and dedicated moderator here. He is literally here for every moment of every live stream, if you can believe that. One of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6 years on YouTube. And what you'll notice is that when he premieres, which is every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, the Scratch Challenge series of videos. You'll find one of the fastest rolling chats here in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others, and I believe that a big part of that is because of the support that he gives to others. It all comes back in a rush and flood of support back to him, all in a 15 to 20 minute period, depending on the length of his videos. He puts a nice long intro on his premieres, and he often will have giveaways included. We get a little bit of a hint as to that on his thumbnails. Jesse Miller Unboxings and more, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Coco Mojo 13 is coming up onto the wheel with the Bud Files. Both of those creators are here every day. They happen to be members, so we always put them on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Now, the Scratch Challenge series of videos that is brought to us by Scratch and PPA involves a couple of Scratch tickets that are pitted against each other. We get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, which, of course, I do. It sets this series apart, makes it unique, and a lot of fun to be a part of. And you can see that this creator puts presentation at the forefront of their mind. Their bright, beautiful avatar is matched by the thumbnails, which, like I said, include hints as to giveaways in the series. And then his banner is updated every week to match. We can all imagine what kind of work that takes. He started to expand the content on the channel with a couple of shorts videos and a live stream I was lucky to be there for. And hopefully everybody will help push him towards the 1,700 subscribers that he's thinking about. And thank you, Chevy Addict. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. But we're usually here 3 or 4 times a week. Get to the Farm is here. I'm just going to put I want to know on the wheel. That's a husband and wife combo there, actually. And Susan A is just dropping a super chat for us right now. So I'm going to put Susan A up onto the screen next. And then we will get back to spinning the wheel shortly. We always put Super Chatters on the screen right away in order. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then after a long period of time, I will add some more names from our chat based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. Michael's Adventures is making me laugh because it's absolutely true. There's never been a day where we've had like 3 moderators picked in the first 3 spots on the wheel. That's kind of unrealistic, but anything can happen, I guess. So the wheel is meant to build fun, if not frustration, into everything we do here. But hopefully everybody enjoys it. Broken Hearts Ministry is here. That's Gail's Southern Living. And that is the channel we talked about at the beginning of the stream. Just Jason Keto and more is also in the house. These creators are the ones that are going to be getting together in just under 3 hours now for a live stream on Gail's Southern Living's original channel, where they will likely have a lengthy discussion both about keto-based diets and lifestyles, and a chance to get to know each other. I'll be looking forward to being there. We'll raid over there when it's time. I am Betty J. Gathers, is a longtime friend, a powerhouse of energy and positivity. She's responsible for us gaining hundreds of thumbs up in our live streams because of her friendly and energetic reminders. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it everywhere. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I also see Wally's World 420 coming in, and thank you so much. Yes, my flock is everywhere as well, an incredibly supportive creator. Lavaz ASMR just dropped a super chat, so we're going to look at that channel next before I start spinning the wheel. Thank you for that extra generous support. I certainly do appreciate it. And then, that's okay, Get to the Farm is here. I Want to Know will be out for the day, but that's okay. Because I Want to Know happens to be a member, we're going to look at both of those channels when it comes up anyway. And then, yes, thank you. I am Betty J. Gathers, a member for 19 months. And, you know, for most of us, almost all of us, especially when you're monetized, whether you're monetized now or thinking about it, what you'll find is that you will have members on your channel. Some memberships come and go for a million different reasons. Lots of creators like to spread the love around, so they'll stick with you for a couple months, move on to another channel, things like that. But most creators have been with you for some period of time, even longer. So I Am Betty J. Gathers is getting around the 2-year mark for being a loyal and dedicated friend here. Susan A. is up on the screen right now. We'll see what they've got going on. And they've got some shorts on the front of their channel, but I just want to look at the About page for a quick second here. They love music, anything spiritual, unexplained, mysterious, or cosmic. Crystals and their properties are an idea as well. So let's look at what they've got going on in their videos. I can see I'm behind. I'm just going to take your second latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. And the reason I'm taking this one is it's a few more minutes than the latest one, and every minute matters when we're thinking about watch hours, of course, right? This creator's at 381 subscribers. We'd love to push her towards the 400 we know she's thinking about. When we look at her shorts videos, we see some of these are already well into the 2,000 views and beyond. One at 2,300, one at 2,400. Most creators are bringing variety into their shorts regardless of their niche or category. Live streams might be something that she continues with. I caught one a few months ago, but hopefully if she continues, we'll catch them again. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we possibly can as well. Lavaz ASMR is coming up right now. They dropped a super chat. Thank you again, Susan A. Thank you, Lavaz ASMR, for the extra generous support. I certainly do appreciate it. It's absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated here. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I see M&T Living and Cooking is in the house. It's always good to see them here. And then Lavaz ASMR is working on 1,200 subscribers right now. We know that ASMR is a huge category on YouTube, and I see that they've got some shorts on their channel. When we look at these, we see a lot of variety here, but some of these have already gotten into 4,400 and 4,600 views, one of them over 5,800, which is great to see, and those will likely continue to grow as well. I'm just going to get Dutchfly61 onto the wheel right now because they happen to be in the house as a member. It's a skywatching channel, a one of a kind in the Superchat family, actually. And let's look at the videos for Lavaz ASMR. We see that they've got a couple new ones in the last few weeks. I'm going to take the latest one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get caught up with them. And then when we look at the live streams, we see that they're bringing these occasionally as well. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of those. Like I said, I've got notification bells on for every channel, of course. And then that gives us the best chance possible to catch more content from each other. Hannah Rose, I hope I said hello at the beginning. I know you've been here since the beginning of the stream. And it's time to spin the wheel. So thank you one more time, Susan A. Thank you, Lavaz ASMR, for those super chats. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Now we're going to look at Rushing Wind Mountain. They were here early in the door as well. And this is a channel that we see often. They bring us some nature of different kinds. Sometimes there's wildlife, sometimes it's just nature, and sometimes there's funny moments in their videos as well. They've got 790 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 800 we know that they're thinking about. As you can see, they post frequently, almost daily at times. We're going to go into the shorts videos for a second and see what they've got in variety here. More nature, more wildlife. And these are starting to get into the 5,000s and even 6,000 views, which is great to see also. When we get into the live streams, we've got our notification bell on, so if they decide to do those, we'll be ready for them. Destination Fun, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Rushing Wind Mountain is another incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. If anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Oh, the Big Valley Living's doing a lot of canning lately. It must be around the season for that, right? We're starting to get into autumn in the North American countries. Ace Flaw 1 is coming up right now. This is Andy. He's been a friend of over 3.5 years, since before Tuber Chat was even a thought, as a matter of fact. He posts occasionally, but has over 4,000 subscribers. Rosalind Brinson is in the house. They happen to be a member. I'm going to get them on the wheel. And again, we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. This is back in the house. Good to see you here. They were here the other day. I'm not sure if I said hello when you were here the other day. It takes me a while to get through my introductions, and I may have made it pretty long-winded that day. Cool Gamers in the house. Good to see you here as well. And Gloria's Platter still in the house. Thank you for that. So Ace Flaw 1 brings travel videos more than anything else. He's filmed a new video. We'll likely see it soon. He posts occasionally, but he's been a friend, like I keep saying, of over 3.5 years. He started getting into some shorts on his channel, and one of these has popped over 1,400 views, which is great to see. And when we look at his videos, we see a bit of variety, but like I said, mostly travel-based. And we'll be looking forward to a new video from this creator as well. And what we're going to do right now is continue by spinning the wheel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Dutchfly61 is coming up right now, and this is a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family. This is a skywatching channel. They post occasionally, usually once every couple of weeks or so. They're working on 1,200 subscribers, and they've started working on some shorts videos on their channel as well. For a while there was just the one, but it already got over 4,100 views. Now they're starting to post a few more, and it's great to see that these are moving also. When we get into the videos, like I said, these are occasional, usually every couple of weeks or so. Not too difficult to keep up with them. But again, we always have notification bells on for every channel to give us the best chance of catching content from everybody as often as we can. And then one of the things we think about here in the chat is the idea that the best success comes from generosity, thinking about other creators much more so than ourselves, thinking about how we can help others hit milestones regardless of our own. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is here, along with Professional Paranormal Research. I'm going to get them both on the wheel because they happen to be members, and we'll get back to spinning in another moment here as well. I know we've got a few creators that are fairly new to Tuber Chat. Sometimes it takes a little while to really get the hang of how to get the best success out of the time that you spend in growth streams like this and other ones that are out there, but I find that the best success always comes in making the first move, reaching out to other creators, supporting them first in all the things you wish they would do for you, talking about their channels, talking about their milestones and things like that, knowing that the 90% or more will return the favor right away, of course. Some longer than others, but it depends on how active they are as well. So, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. It's time to spin. Trish the Natural's in the house. I've got them on the wheel because they happen to be a member. We'll see who's coming up right now. The next channel we're going to look at has been doing some canning lately, so hopefully they've been filming it. We're going to find out in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back and looking at Big Valley Living, and this is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've already got almost 3,500 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit closer to that milestone, but they come to us from the homesteading community of channels. So let's have a look at their About page for a quick second. They started in the spring of 2021 with the intention of sharing family recipes with their extended family and community of friends. And the idea was to preserve these things for their children, cousins, nieces, nephews, and grandchildren. It's interesting because we talk about that kind of inspiration in a few people starting their channels. The idea being to let other family members or friends keep up with them and to leave some memories and things like that. I think that videos, especially when we think about how-to videos of any kind, can be a great help as well, because there's only so much time in the day, and when we're thinking about trying to influence or raise, like children, nieces, nephews, things like that, it's wonderful to be able to share things like recipes, especially when they've been handed down through the family, right? Most families will say like, oh, we've got a couple of things. It was my grandmother's this, my great-grandmother's that, or grandfather's something else, right? And it's wonderful when we can carry those things on. My family does it themselves. So it's a great inspiration. They've got a great list of all the things they're expecting to do on their channel: cooking, food preservation, gardening, nature, a little bit of humor is what we're going to find as well. So I look forward to more of that. Like I said, I'm getting to know the channel, so I'm going to grab one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with them, see what they've done in their latest production. They've got some shorts videos here that have gotten into 2,100 and 2,200 views, which is great. Lots of variety here, as we can see. And then live streams are something that they seem to be doing about once a week as well, so I'll be looking forward to that. Hopefully I'll catch you very soon. I see another couple of channels coming in. It's Our Abundant Life and JR Excavating and Sons. Thank you for coming in. That's another husband and wife combo. So thank you for those super chats. They've both done that countless times. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely appreciated always, but very much unnecessary, of course, as they both know. The Crochet Queen is also in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel. Now, when it comes to things like that, we always look at Super Chatters on the screen right away, and members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them. But it is open to everyone, and after a long period of time, probably another hour and a half or so from now, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody, but as long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So let's look at It's Our Abundant Life, and then we'll get to JR Excavating and Sons, which happens to be a channel that hits home for me. They do much bigger jobs than I do, but some of you know that I work outdoors a few days a week, and half of my full-time job is doing similar type work from the last video that I watched from them. We'll see it in a minute. Right now, it's Our Abundant Life, and these creators support each other wholeheartedly. They're never too far behind one another, especially when they come here into the Tuber Chat live streams, which is frequently. It's Our Abundant Life has been with us a long time now. I'm thinking a year. I could be mistaken. 427 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 500 they're thinking about. They bring us some homesteading type activities, a lot of indoor, including like a healthy gluten-free brownie recipe, which is great. They do a thorough job here. I watched this video, and you can see when I roll over, like the different steps are given. This is something that's very common. Obviously, you don't need me to tell you that, but you know that in YouTube, where we have videos, like do-it-yourself videos, where the steps are introduced, and then people can take it among themselves to adjust things like recipes or procedures and things like that. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 4,300, 4,700, even beyond 5,000 views, and one breakout short's over 7,300, which is great to see. And we've always got the notification bell on, so if they decide to do live streams in the future, we'll be ready for them. JR Excavating and Sons is another channel. These two are connected, a husband and wife combo. And this is where they bring us the work that they're doing from this particular company. So I like I said, I happen to work outdoors a few days a week. I do much lighter versions of the work than they do. But they have a ton of equipment here. Let's look at the shorts first, because they've been putting out a lot of shorts lately. Some of these have gotten into 5,200, even 5,400 views. There's lots of excavating and paving here. A couple of different things as well. We see some variety. And one breakout shorts over 52,000 views, which is great to see. So hopefully we'll see some more success like that. I'm sure we will as they continue to post. Lots of work videos here. We've always found that people love seeing how different things are done, and this kind of work is common. But usually when we see things like construction and things like that, here's an example. You might be on a roadway, but you're driving by so quick you don't get a chance to see how it's done. The latest video involves paving, and even I understand that to the smallest extent as well. But they've got quite a bit of variety on their channel, lots of heavy work. I know lots of people like to see some of the big equipment and the machines doing that kind of thing. So 280 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 300 that they're thinking about. And thank you again, JR Excavating and Sons and It's Our Abundant Life. I always appreciate the extra generous support. They both dropped super chats, and they've both done that many times before. I think I missed a channel coming in. Louisiana Boy James, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And the Journals of Awakening is here. Always good to see you. That's another longtime friend now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Professional Paranormal Research is dropping a super chat as well. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, of course. We'll put that channel up on the screen right away, and thank you for the kind words also. And we always put super chatters up right away in order. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but after a long period of time, we'll add a couple of names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. And we always get through as many channels as we can in a 3-hour period. Today we get a little bit of an extended bonus because Gail's Southern Living will go live, and Just Jason Keto and more will be a guest. And they will talk for what I imagine is maybe even I don't know, but let's just say an hour to a couple of hours, maybe even longer. And I'm looking forward to the conversation. But Gail, who's hosting the talk, will always allow people to meet more friends and family members on her channel as well. Any of her channels, actually. Popping the Popcorn is here. I've got them on the wheel right now. Coco Mojo 13 just dropped a super chat as well, so thank you for that extra generous support. He's done that countless times already, as has Professional Paranormal Research. So we've got them up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel today. They've got 1,900 subscribers, 1,940-ish, so they're getting almost halfway on that magical road to 1K. Obviously, it's an important milestone in all of our YouTube journeys. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. When we look at Professional Paranormal Research, we know that paranormal as a genre has been a part of the Tuberchat family since very early on. And it's continued to grow all of this time. All of this time, we got lots of friends in the paranormal realm, whether they're doing paranormal investigations or explorations of abandoned locations, and so much so actually that I've actually been out on a few paranormal investigations with a couple of creators from the Tuberchat family. When we look at the shorts on the channel, these are starting to move. One of them into 2,400 views. They posted a few more lately. They've got some live streams scheduled. Oh my dear goodness, I'm choking on nothing over here. Oh, fine though. Professional Paranormal Research has a few live streams ready to go. They've got some notifications ready. I've got a couple of them on. I just put on the latest one. One of these is coming up today, actually. Tonight, I'm in the Eastern time zone. That'll be 8 p.m. for me, about 6 hours from now, a little bit less. And they stream frequently, as a matter of fact, as you can see, with StreamYard panels and some familiar faces. Hopefully we'll catch them for some of these. Shorts on the channel we looked at, and then videos, of course, feature abandoned locations and paranormal investigations. So, pardon me. Let's, yeah, I'm okay. I start choking over nothing here. I think I'm just not drinking enough is the problem. You know, I talk endlessly for 3 hours. Yeah, not to mention the allergies. You're right, Canadian family life. I tend to be allergic to everything, so I have to take allergy medicine all the time. But it usually doesn't affect me. That's just nonsense that had me choking there. Thank you again, Professional Paranormal Research, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. CocoMojo13 did the same thing. For that reason, we'll look at their channel right now. M&T Living and Cooking will come up next for the same reason. You know, things like super chats and memberships, of course, are absolutely unnecessary here, but very much appreciated. And so for that reason, we'll put them up on the screen first in order, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel and adding some names from our chat list shortly. So, CocoMojo13 is an interesting channel because this creator is going to inspire us in a spiritual way. And we noticed that especially from their live stream page, where they bring a lot of Bible study. They've got one coming up today. Actually, they're going to start even before Tuber Chat ends, so we know there'll be fresh content on the channel today. They stream just about every day, very close to it. They've got some shorts here that have already gotten into 500 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then videos are sporadic, but they post occasionally as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with CocoMojo13. I just want to point out this thumbnail on the first shorts video here, where we see another creator together with CocoMojo13, and that's Big Dude. And the reason I put these channels up together, very much like what we see with a husband and wife type of combo, these creators are true family, being cousins, as a matter of fact. Big Dude introduced us to CocoMojo13 a while back, and both of these creators are here almost every single day. 4,000 subscribers now for Big Dude. He's working on 4,200. Hopefully we'll push him a little bit farther. This creator as well will bring us Bible study. He's got one coming up today very shortly, as a matter of fact, less than an hour from now, so there'll be fresh content here, and then CocoMojo13 will follow. Shorts on the channel include a lot of public figures and celebrities, so some of these have gotten into the thousands of views, but then as well we've got videos on the channel that are occasional. I'm just going to take the latest one. It's very short. I'll put it in my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to keep caught up with Big Dude. And next up is going to be M&T Living and Cooking. So CocoMojo13, thank you again for a super chat. Both of these creators have done that countless times now, as has M&T Living and Cooking. This is one of the first two channels that we know of that was monetized with the new monetization system, which includes 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time as opposed to 4,000. Right around the exact same time M&T Living and Cooking became monetized, so did Canadian Family Life, and we're always happy to see that in creators. The good news for the Tuber Chat family is now that YouTube's loosened up a little bit of the restriction, we're seeing channels growing and monetized more often than ever before. So while it may not seem like it, I promise you it's easier today than it was 3 years ago. And Katie's Kitchen is in the house. I've got them on the wheel now. When we look at M&T Living and Cooking, of course, we're going to find a lot of delicious looking content. I'm just going to take their latest video and put this in my catch-up list. We talk about this sometimes. I don't know how many people enjoy this. I'm going to try something in the chat. Do you enjoy egg on your burger? And we'll see what everybody has to say about that. Because I talk about this with my friend. I always, if given the option, will put an egg on a hamburger. In restaurants and things where it's uncommon, I may not specifically ask for it, but there's a lot of places these days that are more like fast food places that will do it automatically. Like they have a selection on their menu. Tay Mobile, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. One of the things we just want to mention for everybody in the chat, I know we got a few new channels or people who haven't been here many times before. We just got to watch the self-promotion because our moderators will knock out any messages that are self-promoting. Like when we just come in and say our channel name, it doesn't do anything. Nobody comes running to a channel for that. But our instructions are always in our video description. If anybody wants to connect with others, it'll show you how to get the most value for the time that you spend here. And it will show you the right way to connect with people so that your connections stick. So M&T Living and Cooking, we made a fun little poll there based on your latest video for a quick lunch. And then let's look at the shorts videos on this channel. We see a little bit more variety, but some of these have gotten into thousands of views, 5,300, 5,400, one breakout shorts over 20,000, which is interesting. And then live streams are occasional on the channel as well. So it looks like they're doing these almost twice a week sometimes, which is great to see, nice and frequent. And then videos, like I said, are going to give you a lot of delicious looking content, but sometimes an outdoor adventure as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to M&T Living and Cooking. They're here with us frequently, almost every day as a matter of fact. They're incredibly supportive, and I see them out supporting other creators all the time as well. Wheat and Shaw, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Corinne's Life is here. Holly's Adventures has been added to the wheel. And we're going to see who's coming up right now. It looks like it's going to be the Crochet Queen. So we'll look at that channel right this second. If anybody in the meantime, while I get it ready, would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. You just want to double check when you're looking for the Crochet Queen that you're matching the avatar and you've got the right channel. We know that they've got 359 subscribers right now. Hopefully we can push them a little bit farther. I need a quick second. I'll be right back here. All right. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Follow the Bradley's Fun is here. We're going to talk about the Crochet Queen's content in a second. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've just been with us a few times, I believe now. Let me look at their About page for a quick second. And it looks like they're bringing a podcast actually type format in their videos, if I understand the About page right. And they're bringing some haul videos here. And it looks like we're going to find some of their creations as well when they talk about crocheting, which is pretty cool. When we look at the shorts videos on the channel, we're going to see a lot of crochet, which is very cool, with some familiar faces here. I think that's Freddy. There's Super Mario. And seems to be a bit of a horror fan, too, by the look of it. We've got a couple of superheroes here. And these shorts have gotten into 1,500, even 1,700 views, which is great. That will likely continue as well. They seem to be streaming once a week, and hopefully I'll catch you for one of these soon. I've always got notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and hoping to catch as much content as we can from each other as well. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels, and by watching content, hanging out in live streams and premieres, I get to know the content on the channel a bit better. The stories get better, hopefully, and then as well, I enjoy getting to know creators. So if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. Trish the Natural is up on the screen right now. This creator is going to talk to us about natural hair care more than anything else. She has a very professional look to her channel. You'll see that as I go through some of her videos. I'm just taking the latest one to put in my catch-up list there. This creator does a great job of giving us thumbnails that have a professional look with bright, bold headshots, but then you can see when we roll over the videos, we get an exact idea from the thumbnail about what to expect in the video, and this creator is obviously a very dynamic host. She does a lot of shout outs in her videos as well, showing appreciation for a lot of creators that are very supportive to her. I was happy to see that the other day. I sat and watched one of her videos and heard all kinds of shout outs for other creators. Emotion is in the house. He's a member and a moderator, and Makeup Mom and Son is another beloved dedicated moderator here. I'm going to put her on the wheel with Emotion. And we'll see those channels when they come up. Purple Tube is a longtime friend of over 2 years as well. Thank you for being here. I'm just double checking to see, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Got a long way to go today. We still got over 2 hours, and then we're going to go and watch a interview between Just Jason Keto, who will be a guest on Gail Southern Living's channel. We'll raid over there, and they'll give us a chance to continue meeting friends and family members beyond what we do here. But we'll get as many channels on the screen between now and then as we can. And, oh, I see, Scratch and PPA caught a live stream from Trish the Natural. I know she's been on other channels, but she did her first live stream yesterday. He caught it. I wish I did, but that's great news. And we've got our notification bell on to make sure that we're able to catch as many as possible. But thank you for letting us know that, Scratch and PPA. Like, you know, everybody will tell you, he's incredibly supportive and seeming to be everywhere all the time. When we get into the shorts on Trish the Natural's channel, we see that these have gotten into over 2,000 views on a couple of them. This creator also expands her content to talk about wigs and weaves and other tips, tricks, tutorials, and products that we might consider, especially when it comes to thinking about natural hair care. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. You know what it's like to get into a premiere, a live stream, start getting captivated by the conversation and the content, and forget the thumbs up for a minute. That's why we give each other so many friendly reminders, and I appreciate those too. So Canadian Family Life has a brand new garden update by the look of it. Plantastic, they're saying on this video, so I'll see for myself soon enough. I've got that in my catch-up list. It's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Canadian Family Life also let us know not too long ago that the reason they started their channel was to build memories for the rest of the family. They let us know that when I joined them for a live stream on Come Hither with Heather's channel just a couple of months ago, which was really cool, and I got a chance to get to know Tiffany a little bit better there. Marcus Putzer, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. When we look at shorts on Canadian Family Life, we're going to see some videos that have gotten into 1,200, even 1,400 views, one over 2,400. We actually watched that one grow one day. And then as well, live streams are occasional on the channel, but Canadian Family Life is found in StreamYard panels on many other channels frequently. So you'll recognize Tiffany when you see her easily because she's been on so many other creators' channels. So she'll do Happy Meal videos, cooking videos, most commonly shopping and food bank haul videos, along with some cooking videos and recipes, and then a little bit of random content as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Obviously another fellow Canadian. They happen to be from the New Brunswick area. And they're here with us just about every single day. Their husband started a channel shortly ago. There's a special live stream dedicated to their birthday, as a matter of fact. Canadian Family Life hubby has started with some 3D printing. So this channel's at 22 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Wayne's World Unlimited, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, and for that reason we're going to look at that channel right now, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. Wayne's World Unlimited comes to us from the UK. If anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, or maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And oh, Wayne's World Unlimited did a huge bike ride. I forgot. Yes, they did say they were leaving early yesterday to get some rest. So I hope that went well. I hope you filmed it too, if it was possible safely. Wayne's World Unlimited has 473 subscribers right now. They're here with us just about every single day as well. Now, I do appreciate every I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Even if you're just coming by quickly to say hello or drop a thumbs up, and I know we've got some friends that run the stream in the background as well. I always appreciate that. I know not everybody can be here every day or for 3 hours every time we stream, but Wayne's World Unlimited is lucky enough to be able to, or we're lucky enough to be able to have them here just about every single day. Wayne's World Unlimited now is working towards 500 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. More than anything else, they take us outdoors, usually for a look around their area. They often have outtakes. They make special videos dedicated specifically to those. And they've had some success with shorts videos now, getting into even 5,000 views, one over 7,400, and a breakout shorts over 238,000 views, which is great to see. So hopefully we'll see more of that success from Wayne's World Unlimited, but they're also very supportive to other creators. I run into them when I'm out supporting others as well. Thank you, Chevy Attic. Thank you, everybody, for the share. Silent Silver is in the house. Just going to spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. We already looked at Coco Mojo 13, so I'll just spin the wheel again. We'll get another channel ready to go. It looks like it's going to be Makeup Mom and Son, who's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. So we'll look at her channel in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back and we're looking at what Scratch and PPA almost made me fall off my chair laughing at. The mom-orator, because Makeup Mom and Son happens to be a moderator, a beloved and dedicated one here in Superchat. She has been for what's getting on almost 3 years now. And Makeup Mom and Son is a dear friend both to me and to our other moderators. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres and live streams, you will be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, if that makes sense. Yes, during premieres and live streams, of course. Now, Makeup Mom and Son has 1,900 subscribers. She is officially on the road to 2,000. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. She posts frequently, doing a lot of mukbang style challenges or product reviews, bringing us different types of snacks and subscription boxes, including makeup and beauty. She is always thinking about new things to bring to her audience. She does a lot of get ready with me type videos. She's done a lot of live streaming where she both has StreamYard panels and invites others to join her. I've been on her channel several times. And she is also found on other creators' channels frequently as well and generously shares content in that way. When we look at the shorts on Makeup Mom and Son, she's got quite a few different ones. You can see she really gets involved in some of the holidays like Halloween and Christmas. You'll see her do series of videos. I think last year she did 31 videos for Halloween, if I remember right, and she gets involved in Vlogmas as well. So a creator that puts out a lot of content, 800 videos on the channel now. The shorts have gotten into 10,000 on one of them and 37,000, which is great to see. Live streams, like I said, are frequent. Sometimes it's StreamYard panels. Sometimes it's just Makeup Mom and Son talking. Sometimes she's got interviews with other creators, a lot of familiar faces here. And like I had said, I've been lucky enough to be interviewed by her. I've been on her channel many times, both for interview as well as casual conversation. So the other thing I want to show you when we look at Makeup Mom and Son, who happens to be monetized, is Caden Plays It, which is a second channel, and this channel belongs to the son of Makeup Mom and Son. So of course Mom is helping out, but we've got some shorts on the channel and a few newer ones lately as well. Excuse me, one of these has gotten into over 2,200 views. Live streams might be something that they continue with some video gameplay. They've also gotten into some product reviews on the channel as well. So hopefully everybody will support this young creator. They've got 50 subscribers right now. They're halfway on the road to the first 100. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. We know that the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing and hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Lenny the Lawyer Live, my dear friend, is in the house. Has anyone found out that some AI programs are better and easier to use in the free version, but the paid version is totally different and harder? Myself personally, I haven't found that yet, but I don't think I've paid for a AI system yet. ChatGPT is something I've been using a little bit, and I've found the tiniest bit of success in a couple of experiments. I just play around with it right now. I haven't done anything too trivial. I used Jasper AI about a year before finding out about ChatGPT. I found out when everybody did. I wasn't early on that at all. And now there's all these other systems out there, but it's possible, certainly, that a lot of paid services would be bogged down with unnecessary features, let's just say, and it could make it a little bit more confusing to use. But that's just a guess more than anything else. Myself, I don't really have an example of something like that. I usually find that software of any kind, which includes online services, over a long period of time gets bogged down with a lot of different features. And if you think about something, one thing I whine about all the time is Candy Crush, right? Which is a game that I've played. I really enjoy it. It's one of the ones I've played, most often. if somebody was to start playing that game from today, they would be hit with, I don't know if it's 6 or 8 different screens of different challenges and things, and add your friends on Facebook and everything else before you ever get to play the game. Whereas I think, if somebody's seeing something for the first time, not everybody knows that Candy Crush is the #1 game in the world, or, that's debatable, but you know what I mean. Let them play. Let people get in and play, and then start hitting them with, do you want to add this and that? But I could be wrong. I find that with a lot of software. Oh, follow the Bradley's Fun. I'm not sure if you're asking about me, but my name is Kevin K, and you'll find me easily. Actually, I have a personal channel as well, so thank you for that. I don't mention it a lot, but a couple of times a stream, Nightbot will drop a link. Gabri, fantastic. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right for you. Good to have you here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I had almost missed Be Amazing Sylvia coming in, but Lenny the Lawyer Live also dropped a super chat. He's done that countless times. Thank you for the extra generous support. I certainly do appreciate it, of course. And for that reason, we're looking at that channel right now. So we always put Super Chatters on the screen right away in order, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. Now, Lenny the Lawyer Live has a few channels, as a matter of fact, and what he's building is an online catalog of legal information. There's a big difference between legal advice and legal information. A lawyer or attorney of any kind will be able to let you know whether you're receiving legal advice while you're in their presence in one way or another. But in this case, I believe that everybody's going to have to deal with some kind of legal information in our lifetime. And Lenny the Lawyer Live is bringing us a lot of different topics during his videos here. He has editors that work on these, and he's got, like I said, a few different channels. So you'll find that some of these have really moved. When we look at his videos, we get into the popular tab. You can see one of these at 3,600, one over 5,000, which is great to see. Happens to be in America, so of course he's going to have a lot of information that's going to pertain to a lot of our American friends, especially when you get to that Easy Pass stuff. Even I've had an Easy Pass, even though I'm in Canada. I used to use it when I was in the States frequently, but he can tell you how to deal with some of that. Found that a program that is described from text to film is totally different when you've paid for it. So yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, Gabri, fantastic. We always put the 20-minute time limit on the chat for people who come in for the first time. And it does two things for us. Number one, it cuts down on spamming and trolling and things like that. But the other thing that it does is gives everybody a chance to see really what we're doing here before coming in. Because this is a utilitarian channel and therefore not necessarily enjoyable for everyone, of course. If somebody just wants to get on YouTube and start watching gameplay videos, then this won't be the channel for them. But for people in the beginnings of their YouTube journey that want to meet other creators and believe in supporting others, then this is the place to come, right? There's lots like this. This is not the first growth stream out there. There's hundreds of them, maybe even thousands. And some good ones as well. Boyer Coffee Enterprises is another channel from Lenny the Lawyer Live. And here he's got a few more videos as well, and he's got another channel for us to see as well, My Smart Jewish Lawyer, where there's a couple more videos for us to catch from Lenny the Lawyer Live as well. He always brings engaging conversation into the chat, for which I'm grateful. And yes, Gabri, fantastic. I wonder if that's a channel we've known before. It's just... I'm curious more than anything else. It was easy to use it for the free version and not anything like it in the paid version. So it makes sense. Yeah, I can't think of a specific instance where I've come across that. And I've paid for my share of software over the years, I promise you, whether it's websites and apps or older programs and things like that. And I haven't really run into that But it makes sense that it would be possible, of course. Makeup Mom and Son we've already seen. I'll spin the wheel again. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Yeah, it can be frustrating going through a learning curve in any type of software. You know, I happen to have been very much involved in computers for basically my whole life, but also online services from the beginning as well. I'm always curious to see what different apps and companies are coming out, what they do, whether or not I'm going to use them. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Lenny the Lawyer Live. If you've had any kind of experience with anything, we're happy to know. Me, myself, you're not often or probably ever going to hear me speak negatively myself about anything. I try not to. Not that I don't, you know, I always want to be honest, but I try not to just hammer things unless it's a complete disaster or a scam or anything like that, right? Gabri Fantastic, it takes a long time to get on the wheel now. So probably another hour to hour and a half. So it is open to everybody, and you don't have to super chat or be a member to get on the wheel or the screen. We get through as many channels as we can in about 3 hours as possible. We've been on just over an hour now. We've got almost 2 hours to go. But we usually can't get to everybody. So what we do is have a robot in the background that keeps track of how active everybody is in the chat, if they're having conversation with other creators, supporting others. And then based on that, I'll add some names to the wheel from our chat list after a while. Pardon me just for a second. I'll be right back. So Poppin' the Popcorn is up on the screen, and this is Katie. She has been a dear friend for a very long time. She reviews movies more than anything else on her channel, and she's got some shorts here right away that we'll look at. She is working on 1,000 subscribers. She's crossed the halfway mark on the magical road to 1K. Some of the shorts here have gotten into 1,200, even 1,600 views. So let's look at the live streams as well, because we know she streams frequently, but she also hops in with other creators on their live stream panels, and that is a wonderfully generous way to share opinion and content with other creators, because no matter what, when you join somebody else and are collaborating in any way at all, of course you're changing the content on their channel and always adding, in my opinion. So when we look at the videos, we also see she's got a new movie review, Sweeney Todd. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's something I haven't seen. And I just use this playlist as something that I can keep caught up with creators with. FIFA World Other Gaming, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's a longtime friend from New York City. Great to see you in the house. Thank you for sticking around all this time. They've been a friend of almost 3 years now, as a matter of fact. And it's interesting because when you start your YouTube journey, this goes for everybody, all of us, right? You know, when you are first following, let's say 10, 20, even up to almost 100 different channels, it's easy to keep up with a lot of your friends. Some people you might start seeing every day, but as time goes on and you're following hundreds of creators and you're truly out there supporting everybody as much as you can, on top of all the other things life throws at us, you'll start to see your best friends less and less and less. It goes from once a week to twice a week, or from once a day to twice a week, and then on and on and on, once a month, once every few months, things like that. Everybody can still be friends, of course, and support each other wholeheartedly. It's just that you're supporting more people. And the more we do for each other, as long as everybody's doing as much as they can, everybody's just fine. We see that all the time. But it is interesting to see when after 600 episodes of Tuber Chat go by, people like FIFA World Other Gaming, who have been there from the beginning, are still coming by as often as they can to support others. And I'm just going to end the poll right now. We're at an almost 50-50 split on whether people like egg on their hamburger or not. And I was just curious to know, because we saw that from M&T Living and Cooking. Once in a while, I like to add some unrelated nonsense into our chat. But I was just curious. It's actually more common than I would have guessed, but I do it all the time. Rosalind Brinson is up on the screen right now, and this creator's got 127 subscribers. So Gabri Fantastic in the house right now. There could be 4 or 5 moderators. We have a core group of 10 that are here regularly for almost every stream, and then a few more that come by occasionally. So when we look at Rosalind Brinson's channel, we see that they've got, like I said, 127 subscribers. Let me hit the videos tab. I'm just going to grab the latest video that they've put up, Orchids and Supplements. We'll see what they have to say about these. I've got that video on my catch-up list. And then as well, when we look at shorts videos, we see that this creator's gotten into even 1,400 views on one of these. When we get into live streams, we see that they're also streaming occasionally, looks like a couple of times a month or so, maybe almost once a week, and hopefully we'll catch them for some more of these. I've got the notification on, of course. We always put bells on for every channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we have the chance to catch as much content from each other as we possibly can. Let's spin the wheel. We got another channel up on the screen. I Want to Know is coming up. And this is a special story behind this channel, and the reason why is because the number one complaint that I've gotten on YouTube in the last 6 years is, why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family members to support our channels online when we can find people online who are willing to do it easily? And it makes it that much more special when we have in real life friends or family members that are supporting each other the way that a lot of creators do. We talk about it here. In this case, it's a husband and wife combo. I Want to Know is going to talk to us about the unexplained, and they will, if I understand right, they will prepare the videos and get the videos ready to go, and then their wife will narrate. And we'll see their channel in a moment, because let's get to the farm. Hilda DC is also in the house. Pardon me for a second while I just add her onto the wheel. She's a beloved and dedicated moderator as well. I Want to Know has 379 subscribers right now. They will talk about advanced civilizations, lost artifacts, ancient legends. The idea, of course, is anything that is unexplained. If we want to know, they want to know. And they'll share these stories with us as well. They post frequently. There's a lot of production value in all of their videos as well. Same goes for Get to the Farm. We'll look at that channel next. When we get into the shorts videos on this channel, we see that they've gotten into well over 600, almost 700, and well over 800 views now. So that will likely continue. And then we'll look at Get to the Farm. And this is a channel that really impressed me the other day. And what I often do is feature channels at the beginning of Tuber Chat episodes, and Get to the Farm was recently featured. And what I do in that case is I go through a bit of their content all at once to try to pick up on any of the details I might not have caught by casually watching content over the past many months. And what I found from Get to the Farm is that these videos are information packed. I think we're early enough in the stream. I might be able to do something for you as well. They're at 988 subscribers. I usually do this after 990, but we're not gonna. I think I got a stream scheduled for tomorrow. Otherwise, we may not be on until Saturday again. I'm not sure. So let me look for Get to the Farm on Social Blade. This is a free website. They've got a few fun tools here that you can use to kind of just make guesses as to when you might hit different milestones and things like that. It's a free website, but they've got this live subscriber count. You've probably seen this on other channels as well. We use it here once in a while, and that's to see if we can give a little bit of a push and get this channel right now to its 1,000 subscribers. So they're at 988. If anybody hasn't already connected with them, I hope that you will. We'd love to see them hit that milestone today. And one of the things we want to do as well is make sure that creators get far over and above milestones when they hit them, especially the 1,000, right? So we'd like to get 1,000, 5,000, and 10 so that you don't slip back below that 1,000. So it's a little bit early in the stream to do this, but we'll give it a try. Get to the Farm and I Want to Know have been incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for a long, long time. Now, I'm just going to take one of their latest videos here. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with their content. And what they often do is bring to us homesteading type information and videos, and they talk about a lot of other homesteading type channels. That could be farming, gardening, ranching, and typical homesteading or outdoor content. It doesn't have to be outdoors. I include a lot of outdoor channels. They spend as much time indoors doing things like preserving, baking, cooking, and things like that, canning and preserving. Get to the Farm is going to introduce us to a lot of other creators as well, but their videos are information packed from beginning to end. I was really, really, really impressed when I took the time to sit and watch a couple of these videos all at once. So I hope you'll do the same. And when we get into shorts videos, we see that some of these have gotten into now over 4,000 views, one of them at almost 5,000. Live streams are something they've done in the past, but they did let me know that they may bring back live streams, and if they do, they will intend on allowing people to connect in the same way that we do here, focused, of course, on the homesteading community. And then when we look at Lenny the Lawyer Live, he just dropped another super chat. Thank you for the extra generous support. Like I said, he's done that a million times. And then, yeah, you have to be able to. So forgive me, Lenny the Lawyer Live, I haven't used mine still to this day enough to be able to speak from any position of authority. However, I know for sure it can control just about every single thing on your system. So when I use something like Streamlabs Desktop, which is what I'm using here, I'm just going to show you this before we get to the next channel. So you have different scenes. Some of these are test streams and things like that. But when I go to the different scenes that I have, you can also have different things triggered, like my microphone. I can mute it if you can hear that. And then I can turn it back on. That can be done with a Stream Deck, which I'm not using now. Almost anything that you can do with an F key on your keyboard can be done with a Stream Deck of any size, of course. The best thing about the ones that are a little bit bigger, they all do the same thing, but the bigger ones just have more buttons, more features. But you can nest folders. So if you had, let's say, social media links that you wanted to put in your live productions or anything like that, and you have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram like Scratch and PA, you could have a button that says social media. You click that button, and then all the buttons on the thing change because you're in a folder now, if this makes sense. And then you could click Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, you know, whatever other ones you want, if that makes sense. So that's an idea, but anything that can be controlled with a key on a keyboard can be controlled with a Stream Deck. So absolutely switching cameras and switching usually scenes. Things like OBS and Streamlabs Desktop now allow you to nest scenes inside of scenes, if that makes sense. So the limitations are almost non-existent when it comes to that kind of thing. So hopefully I haven't ripped off somebody's chance here. I don't think I spun the wheel a second ago. I might have if anybody caught that, but we'll spin it again. We'll see who's coming up next. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Holly's Adventures is up right now. Oh yeah, I love the YOLO box. So yes, so here's a hint for everybody as well, because you know, you don't need me to tell you this, you probably know anyway, but because I've been involved in so much online forever, I'm always looking for Black Friday sales. And the talk about those things has already started. So all of your favorite websites and all of your favorite apps are probably going to have a Black Friday sale very soon. Shortly after that will be Boxing Day sales. But Black Friday is where a lot of companies, like for instance the Adobe Photoshop series, right, where they've got Premiere and they've got Audition and Illustrator and all their other stuff, they put on sale once a year at a heavy discount. So if you're thinking about buying something and you want to make sure you get the best deal and it's not urgent, then Black Friday sales, which are coming up in the next couple of months starting now, are maybe a good bet. Not to mention, don't forget about Cyber Monday as well, right? So Black Friday is traditionally around the planet known as a day for sales on everything in the world. However, Cyber Monday is specifically for electronics, websites, gadgets, and anything to do with internet or social media. But these are just hints, right? If you're somebody who uses Canva or any of the Envato stuff or anything like that, it could be an idea. Because I look forward to that. I'm going to be watching soon. And I don't know, that's quite a stretch for today, Lenny the Lawyer Live, but thank you. Yes, he's always pushing for us to get those extra thumbs up. The YOLO box is incredible. If anybody hasn't looked at those things yet, it's starting to get into the idea of expensive compared to some of the things we talk about here. But when you get into very serious on-location video production, things like the Blackmagic Design video switchers or a YOLO box are something that can really help. And then oh yeah, I see Lenny Laura Live. There's lots of alternatives for Stream Deck too, right? If we go on Amazon or other places, you can find competitors, and there's other companies. So if you're not worried about the aesthetics of the device itself, there's lots of companies that make devices, that have up to like 16 or 32 buttons that can use macros, and they've got their own software and everything else. So Get to the Farm is now sitting at $9.90. We've got that counter. If anybody hasn't connected to them, they are an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. You hear me talk about them with another creator, I Want to Know. That's a husband and wife combo. We'd love to push them all the way to the 1,000 today. Holly's Adventures is here with 513 subscribers. They've got some new gameplay videos, a lot of Final Fantasy lately. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to try to get caught up a little bit. Holly's Adventures mixes up the gameplay, but they got some shorts on the channel as well. And this is another example of where we see a lot of variety from Holly's Adventures. Some of these have gotten now into 4,100, even 4,600 views. Interesting. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they stream frequently and they mix up the video gameplay on these games as well. I'm just going to take one of the latest ones. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list as well, and that will just give you an extra hour of watch time. 513 subscribers. We'd love to push Holly's Adventures a little bit farther towards the 600 they're going to be thinking about. And Holly's Adventures is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who's here with us frequently. And hopefully I'm not missing anything in the chat. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. And if anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get another couple of people into Tuber Chat right now, and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay, because of the engagement signals sent into the algorithm when you share. I'm just getting Jewel in the kitchen onto the wheel because they happen to be a member, and Lenny's just asking, has anyone made videos with AI and not suffered any penalties? So I'll leave everybody in the chat to answer that question. What I can tell you for myself is that I've experimented a little bit, but the videos that I've made contain creation completely from myself. I haven't used stock footage or anything like that. One hint that I want to give to everybody as well, there's a lot of videos out there about using AI, and I don't know how many of them are honest. Again, I don't want to speak badly, but I just want to say you want to like kind of really look at what you're doing. If somebody says they've made $100,000 in 3 months making shorts, I would bat an eye at that, right? But AI tools can definitely be useful to help. What I wish for everybody here is, if you're going to use AI, and it might be useful to use, then inject a little bit of yourself into the production, whatever it is. If you're using a description, it's not recommended to copy and paste, but you can use it for inspiration. It can help you speed up your work greatly when it comes to that. When it comes to video production, just keep in mind, even if a lot of the stuff that you're going to use, whether it's music or whether it's video, is meant to be copyright free, we have heard story after story after story about people getting different copyright claims or different types of things based on stuff they've used from services that were supposed to be providing it for free. Keep in mind, anything you're going to find that's really great might have been used 100 times before. So that's just an idea. One of the things you could do with videos, for instance, is crop them, change the angle, change the filters, and do a couple of things that might be helpful, but it's just an idea. And I always wish for everybody to use your own footage whenever possible, and then inject yourself into the video. So I know a lot of creators are experimenting with using AI voice, text to voice, for instance, so that the AI voice will narrate the videos. I would rather see people make the videos but narrate it yourself, right? If you can, because that's one way to not get in trouble with the AI. And it seems to me like 2023 is going to be the year of AI starting, and people are very soon going to get tired of the robotic voices that we've heard, where they're very human-like but not quite there. And I think what's going to start happening, and it's just a guess, I could be very wrong about this, but I believe that what will happen is people will start clicking on videos, hearing the robotic voice, and just turning them off because they want to hear somebody talk. After a while, not yet, but soon. That's what I think, but it's just an idea. Let's go for 3.5 minutes. We're coming back with Nez Lover. All right, we're back and looking at Nez Lover right now, who's going to bring us some art in video shorts and live streams with a little bit of variety as well. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And we've still got almost an hour and a half to go. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the wheel and the screen. And then we have a special raid going on today where Gail's Southern Living is going to host an interview with Just Jason Keto and more. Both of these creators have been incredibly dear friends over a long period of time. Generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, but a couple of people who very much care about the YouTube community. So I'm looking forward to that interview. We'll go over there in an hour and a half or so and raid in and see what they have to say. They'll give us an opportunity to continue meeting friends and family members for our channels the same way we do here. And Nez Lover is up on the screen right now. So 2,700 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther today. We see the art that they bring in their videos, which can be fairly short. They got a Happy Mail video here, some more Happy Mail over there. They've got live streams on the channel, and I've caught them a few times for this. So this is interesting, because when we look at this live stream, this is where they came up with the video for that, which is very cool. Now, I'm hoping I can catch them again. It's been a couple of weeks already, but you can see that they're streaming just about every few days, and that's great. Frequency on the channel really helps it move. Now, shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,500, even 2,400 views. One of them over 18,000, which is interesting to see as well. So those will likely continue. Nez Lover's here with us frequently and happens to be a member, so of course they were on the wheel right away. I'm going to spin again. And while we get ready for the next channel, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Toyin's Kitchen, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. We're going to look at Corinne's life right now, who happens to be a member and a moderator, a fellow Canadian from Nova Scotia, who's been a dear friend of about 3 years now as well. And then Nez Lover does art streams Friday and Saturday night. So hopefully we'll catch them again soon enough. Marketplace Boutique is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. All that fluff and stuff from Australia is also here. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And I'll show you something that I find helpful. These can be expensive. It's good if you can find a deal. But these air duster type things, and then what that can do is if you find your computer, your monitors, or your device, even a phone, a tablet, anything at all, keyboards will occasionally get things on them and stuff. You can just get rid of that until you get a chance to really clean it, but I like those things. So, Corinne's life is up on the screen right now. A member and a moderator, like I said, from Nova Scotia. She has a channel that really does encompass everything that is Corinne's life. Gives us a great chance to get to know her. I see a new channel in the chat, Kim Maple Syrup. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Rudy Areta with autism, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then when we look at Corinne's life, I see she's got a couple of new videos actually, which is great to see from her. I'm just going to put the latest one on my catch-up list. She's got a food haul video. She's done many of those. She brings everything that is Corinne's life. It could be cooking, it could be cleaning, it could be outdoors, it could be indoors, just giving her a chance to, giving us a chance to get to know her. She could be traveling. And then as well, she does a lot of live streams. We'll look at those in a moment. When we get into the shorts, she's had some great success here, with some of these getting into well over 7,400 views. One of them over 9,700, which continues to move to this day. And then 77,000 on a breakout shorts. Now, she happens to be a small business owner as well. Some of you have seen her merchandise from Lighthouse and Anchor Designs. And she prints everything from shirts to hats to mugs like the one I hold in my hand every day, to vinyl stickers and Christmas ornaments and all kinds of different things. So it's wonderful that this creator will give us a chance to see how the merchandise is made, but also can be used as a resource when it's time to think about merchandise for our own channels and businesses as well. She live streams frequently and often does StreamYard panels. I've joined her on her channel many times, and I've seen her on other creators' channels many times as well. And Just Jason Keto and More actually just got some stickers from Corinne's Life and says he loves them, which is great. So she's able to do those as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with her. She's streaming up a storm the last few days, as a matter of fact, letting us hang out with her while she works, and sometimes she brings up StreamYard panelists there as well. Look at that luck. Marketplace Boutique, I just added onto the wheel, and they came up right away. We always have to wonder how long it's going to take to get selected. The wheel's been way out of order today. Some of the creators who usually wait 2.5 hours came up right away, and it always brings fun, if not frustration. So hopefully everybody enjoys that. And oh yeah, that's true. Lenny the Lawyer Live for sure. I think we can all agree that YouTube is more work than we thought it was going to be before we started. But hopefully everybody enjoys at least most of it. Marketplace Boutique has 311 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 we know they're going to be thinking about. This creator had an interesting story behind their channel as well. They were working in law, and they were looking for a home-based business or something that would allow them to spend more time at home. They started buying and selling on eBay, or buying in different areas and selling on eBay, and they show us how to profit in that way. They give us a lot of tips and tricks and behind the scenes look at what they have done and are doing. They post frequently, as you can see, usually at least once a week, sometimes more often. They got a few shorts on the channel. These involve a little bit of variety, but we've talked about that many times. Lots of creators, regardless of niche, bring a lot of variety into their shorts. Some of these have gotten into well over 2,000 views, one over 8,000. Actually, and then when we get into videos, like I said, they stream frequently. They show us a lot of different things that they find that they're able to either consider selling, or they show us how to do some of the sales. And one of the things I can tell everybody, for those of you who don't already know, half of my full-time job is doing YouTube for other creators or social media, and one of the things is helping with an eBay store actually. So I've literally listed thousands of things and shipped at least 1,000 packages, probably much more now, and I do a tiny bit for myself, but it is a great way to have an extra stream of income for sure. And things like listing and shipping, I promise, only take minutes once you've got the hang of it, and that doesn't take that long to learn. Marketplace Boutique will help with that. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and they've been with us a few months now, I believe. At 311 subscribers, we'd love to push them a little bit farther. And then as well, you'll notice in the corner of the screen, I've got Get to the Farm there with a live count at 992 subscribers. We'd love today to be able to push them over the 1,000 we know they must be thinking about. And we'll leave that live counter up there. So if anybody hasn't connected to them, they happen to be another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. But one of the things you'll find, they do a ton of shout-out videos, and their videos are information-packed as well. They've been a friend a long time. Cabaret Gaming is in the house, another friend of probably close to 3 years now. and I'll get them on the wheel. They happen to be a member. They bring a lot of video gameplay. They actually have 2 channels for us to see now. Hilda DC is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. She's been a dear friend for a long time, and I always describe her as one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my YouTube journey that's been just over 6 years now. Hilda DC has over 2,400 subscribers. She's working on 2,500. This creator will bring positive affirmations from herself to special effects on the screen. She even gets Nightbot on the case. She's somebody who absolutely stands behind and beside her friends and followers. And you'll find that in her channel when you can join her, especially for live streams. These are occasional now. She posts occasionally as well. What she does most often are mukbang style product reviews or traditional product reviews, unboxings, challenges, sometimes collaborations with other creators. And Hilda DC has one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family as well. She's very supportive to other creators, and it all comes back to her. And we see that she's got some shorts on her channel as well. Some of these have really moved now into one of them over 6,000 views, one over 47,000, which is great to see. And then live streams, like I said, are occasional now. She's got one set up for next week. Hopefully she'll come on for that live stream. I've joined her on her channel, and I've joined her on other channels as well. She gets involved in a lot of StreamYard panels and things like that also. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Hilda DC. I'm sure you will. You'll appreciate the support that comes back from her. And of course, she is monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She happens to be a beloved and dedicated moderator here. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels. They all do different things, but one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of them for premieres and live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel the same way we do here. And thank you for the kind words. Kim Maple Syrup and Mike and Rihanna's Adventures are coming up. These happen to be fellow Canadians from Alberta as well. We'll see what they've got going on their family vlogging channel. They've expanded into a second channel now. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures are in the monetization process, and with any luck, they'll have it tomorrow. What we found for a long period of time now is anybody who gets the qualifications met on Friday or Saturday or Sunday usually is monetized on the Monday afterwards. Not saying that's right, just saying that's what I've observed over a long period of time. So we've got our fingers crossed for them, of course. And then thank you, Timmy Ray the King. They've been a long time dear friend and supporter. Paralife TV is Shane, your everyday wheelchair ninja. Good to see you in the house. And we're looking at Mike and Rihanna's Adventures content right now. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. They've got an interesting video for us called The Parade of Homes here. Obviously a real estate type of idea, probably with larger homes, which will be great to see. I always find that motivating. And then 2,800 subscribers right now. Now, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is a family vlogging channel, so they could be indoors, they could be outdoors, they could be taking us on an adventure or giving us a chance to get to know them. They've got cooking videos, Happy Meal videos, shout-out videos, and Mike happens to be a travel agent now, so we get some travel talk on the channel as well. When we get into shorts, we see that some of these have started to get into 2,300 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that these happen every single week. Sunday Fun is a series that they've got going on. Today they're going to put it at 5 o'clock. So we know that right after Tuber Chat, they'll be live as well. Next up, we're going to look at Rihanna's Life Adventures, which is their second channel. And they've got a couple of shorts here that have started to move into even over 800 views, which is great to see. Videos on their channel are frequent, and they expect to have a new video shortly, I think they said, or they're going to start live streaming. This is a chance for us to get to know Rihanna a little bit better. the one of the two creators that make up Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. They've been longtime friends. I've caught them for a couple of live streams already, so we'll see another one shortly. And this is another vlogging channel to go along with Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up on the screen right now. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. Pardon me. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Sorry, I'm yelling through the house here. Be Amazing Sylvia is up here. This creator has got a really special story going on right now. She's been a friend since the beginning of Superchat, so that's getting beyond 3 years now. She's one of the 7 creators that made up the original Drop the Link Day crew. These are all creators who run growth streams, very similar to what Superchat is and does, and they were actually doing it before we even started. But it's interesting because some of these creators, including Be Amazing Sylvia, were met before Superchat was even a thought. And the idea was, hey, I'm going to do a channel that does the same thing you do, and they didn't say, go do your own thing, don't copy us, go find something else to do, there's too many, and blah, blah, blah. They said, we'll help you build it. And over all this time, Be Amazing Sylvia has been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Now her channel is on a monstrous growth explosion. As a matter of fact, we've seen her go from around 3,000 subscribers, well beyond now 11,000, getting on 12,000. So one of the things she does is live streams that involve the ability to connect in a similar way to what we do here in Superchat. Now, it's not that there's a right way or a wrong way to connect. It's just that each creator that allows this kind of thing in their channel is going to have their own formula or procedure. Our instructions are always in our video description, but Be Amazing Sylvia has been at this a long, long time. So you'll meet more friends and family members on her channel whenever you're over there. Pardon me. She's got a stream coming up in a few days. I've got the notification bell on. She's got videos that bring complete variety. She could be giving us a chance to get to know her, taking us out on an adventure. She could be doing shout out videos, Happy Meal videos, product reviews, unboxings, challenges, and all kinds of different things. One of the things that's magical on this channel are the shorts. She hooked into a formula a while ago that has seen some shorts videos get into the thousands of views. So as you can see, many of them now over 200,000 views, one over 574,000, one over 749,000 views, which is just incredible. And we're very excited for her, and her channel is just exploding because of it. So she's also monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. That's Be Amazing Sylvia. When we get to her second channel, Sylvia's Daily Positivity, we see that this creator's got 272 subscribers over here. She hasn't posted in a while, but this is a channel she's got set up to bring us more inspiration and motivation from Be Amazing Sylvia. Some of these shorts have gotten into the thousands of views as well, and videos here can be random. Most often she's creating videos with her daughter, but inspiring and motivating always. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go, and we'll see who's coming up next. You'll notice the counter in the bottom of the screen-ish over there is for Get to the Farm. We'd love to push them towards that 1,000. We don't know. We might be able to hit it today. We've still got an hour to go. And like I said, they're an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter as well. And they seek to help others, actually. They've let me know that if they're going to they do intend, but if they're going to start live streaming again, they're going to allow people to meet each other the same way that we do here in Superchat. So I'm going to copy and paste something into the chat here. So this is Emotion New Soul. The name of the channel is Emotion, but it's a very short and popular name, which means it struggles with the search results. The more we search, find, and click on each other's names, the more we're all going to rise up the search results and eventually become #1 as the most active channel for our name, even if we have a popular name or popular words in our name. Now, we look for New Soul when we look for emotion because this is a talented singer and songwriter that brings us New Soul R&B music, usually in the form of music videos, sometimes in compilations that can be premieres or live streams, and the creator rounds out the channel with some shorts videos as well as reactions. So we look at the shorts here, they've gotten 1,300, 1,600 views. Live streams are frequent on the channel. Sometimes they're compilations, sometimes they're a live performance. And then, like I said, if you dig through the channel, you'll find some reaction videos. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Writing with Emotion New Soul is the second channel from this creator where we get to see how the music is made and a better look at the man behind the music as well. So you get an idea of what we're going to see. He uses Final Cut Pro to produce a lot of his music, and then he rounds out this channel with shorts, compilations, and reaction videos as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him on both of these channels. We'd love to push him towards 800 subscribers over here, and as his content continues, we'll likely see his watch hours see him into the new monetization system as well. And then let's spin the wheel. We've got another channel coming up on the screen. And then what benefits are coming? Lenny the Lawyer Live is asking from 500 videos? Oh, 500 views. Or are you talking about 500 subscribers? And forgive me for not being certain because YouTube changed the monetization system lately. And now channels can become monetized if they have 500 subscribers and either 3,000 hours of watch time or 3 million views on shorts videos in the last 90 days. So that changed recently, so it makes it a little bit easier. I'm not sure if that's what you mean, but having a community of people who are engaging in friendships and true conversation with each other regularly on your channel can build a solid and strong foundation. So the idea, like here in Superchat, there are other channels that anybody could say are similar, right? There's a lot of growth streams out there. Superchat was not the first. They'd been around for almost a year before we even started, maybe longer. Some of those still exist today, and there's more and more all the time. But because everyone is run a little bit differently, some people will be able to say, oh, the culture on one channel or the culture on another channel is something they enjoy, sometimes more than others, depending on the different channel that they're in, if that makes sense. That doesn't necessarily just equate to the truth being here in Superchat and our community, but in all of our channels, all of our communities, right? So it's almost impossible to come up with a channel that has a category or theme that nobody's ever thought of before, even if you're doing a mashup. If you're doing something like, you know, not just a cooking channel, but you're doing keto-based breakfast snack channel, right, for instance. But a lot of the stuff is probably common. Either way, depending on how you conduct your live streams or premieres, will dictate the kind of culture you have around the channel. So the benefit in having a community is the idea that then you can leverage that community. You don't even have to do it in a manipulative way. A lot of people will do it for you. One of the things we talk about with some of the channels that I've run or am running is that a lot of times trolling comes around. And it's almost universal. So if you don't have a hater by the time you have 1,000 subscribers, it's probably coming by the time you have 2. And it happens to everyone. Some of it's not malicious. Some of it is just, you know, people who troll and they go from channel to channel to channel. But what you'll find is that, let's say you put out a video and somebody comes onto your video and leaves a nasty comment of some kind, you know, saying any number of horrible things, right? And after the community gets to a certain size, and depending on the culture you've built into it or that has built itself around your channel, a lot of people will start to come to your defense, and what will happen is the community polices itself. So you have moderators that will get rid of comments that are just ridiculous. You know, we don't necessarily want to remove everything. Everybody has to make the right decision for their own channel. If somebody says, hey, you did something I didn't like, or you did an unboxing video and you forgot to mention this thing, that's fine. If somebody just flat out, you know, says this person's an idiot, that could be completely useless. Maybe we delete it, right? But the community will start to handle that itself. Not to mention, as a host, let's just say you're doing live streams like here in Superchat, I try to recognize everybody in the chat. But when I'm finished every day and I look at my Bottissimo statistics, which I'll show you in a second after I refresh the page, you'll see, or I always see, and forgive me all that fluff and stuff, we'll get to your channel in a second here. If I go through the list of who's been most active, it goes all the way down. When I get down to the bottom of the list, I might see a couple of creators that I did not mention. Today I think I got to everybody, but it's very easy for a live stream host to overlook somebody coming in. What happens is not only the moderators on the channel, but other community members will welcome each other. And we see that commonly. I'm very grateful that Superchat has the culture that it does. So we do have a warm and welcoming community. And everybody, because we talk about generosity so much, tends to gravitate towards that. Sometimes in life, you'll be presented from with different ideas from people, and you might find yourself wanting to stay away because of the ideas that they put forth. And when I use the word generosity over and over and over, and I talk about it in the way that I do, anybody who doesn't feel the same way will probably be deterred and end up not coming back. It's not that we don't want everybody here. We want everybody who wants to be here, but we also don't want anybody to waste each other's time. We want everybody to be happy. If somebody wants to do different things on YouTube and doesn't want to be a part of a community like this, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nobody to say whether it's right or wrong at all. But by speaking the way we do, by conducting our chats the way we do, by bringing on the moderators that we do and things like that, we can build a foundation where the community starts to grow into a culture, if that makes sense. So I know that's a long-winded speech, but just an idea. Granny filming again. Good to see you in the house. Let me get you onto the wheel right now. We're talking about all that fluff and stuff from Australia. This creator often brings us water-based activities, mud crabbing, reef fishing, snorkeling. They give us a look around the Whitsundays. And they have really expanded their content over a long period of time. They've been producing a lot of videos lately. They've got a new one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list right now. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And they're working on 4,500 subscribers. They gave us a hint a long time ago about using shorts videos to promote our long-form content. And I've even taken a page out of their book, and that's worked well for me. I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. They've got 14,000 views on one of these, 16,000 views, and lots of videos into the thousands in their shorts collection all the way up. When we get into live streams, we see that these were something that were fairly frequent a while back. We'll see if they're going to continue them. We've got the notification bell on, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and giving us the best chance to catch as much as we can from each other as well. Follow the Bradley's Fun. Thank you for that. Yeah, this is actually, it's the name of my company. Thrive Together is probably a not as well thought out idea as it should have been when I printed a bunch of shirts, but I've got enough shirts to wear to for the rest of my life, basically, is the idea. But that's all that really is. And of course I ripped off the YouTube logo there, of course, because stealing logos is always a fine thing to do. I am Betty J. Gathers. Actually, we're going to take a break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back and talk about this channel. All right, we're back. I just needed an extra second there. We're looking at I Am Betty J Gathers. This is somebody who's been a dear friend for a very long time. She's actually responsible for us gaining hundreds of thumbs up during our live streams because of her friendly and energetic reminders. Pardon me. So I hope everybody will give a thumbs up if you haven't already. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Goshling Gotcha 3004, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Silent Silver, forgive me, I may not have said hello earlier. I saw you here a while ago, so thank you for coming in. And yes, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. There's no way that Follow the Bradley's Fun puts chocolate and marshmallow melted on a hamburger for a s'mores burger. There's no way. I want to see that in a video. I expect to see that as a challenge. The chocolate and marshmallow hamburger challenge, which I will not be taking part in. But it could be interesting to see. The Stock Explorer is going to be coming up onto the wheel in a second here. They happen to be a member and a moderator. So I'm going to try to move it through channels now so we can get as many on in the next 45 minutes or so as possible. We've got a raid right after where Just Jason Keto and more is going to be a guest with Gail's Southern Living. And I Am Betty J Gathers is here with almost 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Follow the Bradley's Fun. If you do, just you don't have to do a whole shout out or anything like that, but if you can, just mention Superchat for 2 seconds while you do it. I will put that video on our front page in our shout out section if you do that challenge, and I'll talk about it here when you do it. Chocolate on anything. Yeah, we talk about that. I joke about that all the time. If anything could be chocolate smeared and bacon wrapped, it would be wonderful. The J. Jordan, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Neil Collects is here. I got to put a few more channels on the wheel here. Big Dude is in the house. We looked at his channel earlier with his cousin Coco Mojo 13. And I Am Betty J Gathers will talk to us about a lot of different things. Healthy eating, healthy living, living your best life over 60. Although most of the talk on the channel relates to everybody. Now, she's working on 1,200 subscribers. She's got a few things coming up. Let me set notifications for these. They're live streams. She streams frequently, as a matter of fact, so you can see that. I try to catch her when I can, but she's on just about getting close to daily by the look of it. Shorts videos on this channel have moved now into 1,300, 1,800 views, one over 2,000. She's always smiling and energetic. She's always laughing in her videos and live streams. I'm just going to grab her latest one, Live Your Best Life Over 60, a vlog from her. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And thank you, Timmy Ray the King. When I look at her premieres, I see that she's got a couple of these coming up. I can see I'm behind in your videos too, so I put the latest one in my catch-up list from this morning, but I've got notifications on for the premieres that are coming up next week and the week after, so she seems to be planning videos weekly now. As you can see, one video from 7 days ago as well, with an Amazon delivery. That'll be interesting. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her. I Am Betty J Gathers has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. But like I said, literally responsible for us gaining hundreds of thumbs up because of her friendly and energetic reminders, for which I'm grateful. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. If anybody's mentioned something that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Thank you, Neil Collects. I know we have creators that come through quickly sometimes, or to say hello while they're working. Drop a thumbs up. I really do appreciate that, of course, always. And let's get the Stock Explorer up on the screen. They're here as a member and a moderator. That's Nora. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. I believe that's what draws me to them. They've all, like I said, become dear friends. But one of the things they will do is allow you to meet more friends and family members on their channels during premieres and live streams. Now, it's funny because I put a lot of focus on that. I know I say it a lot of times, especially with our moderators. And I don't know specifically if there's anybody in the Tuber Chat family that wouldn't allow people to connect, but not necessarily putting a lot of focus on it, for instance, right? So that's just an idea, but our moderators all encourage everybody to connect in the same way that we do here. And you know that it's consistent because there's a lot of different ways to connect. There's a lot of different information out there. We all seem to do it pretty much the same way. Now, the Stock Explorer's got 1,800 subscribers, so it's wonderful that they've hit that milestone. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we get into the shorts on this channel, we're going to see a lot of variety. And the Stock Explorer typically is going to talk to us about stock markets and crypto markets, but here they bring us a lot of indoor, outdoor, random content, often product in hand, actually. And then videos are where we start to see a lot more dedicated stock talk. A little bit of crypto might come in here as well. And then the live streams are where we get a lot of conversation, as well as a little bit more variety as well. They've lately been getting into lottery scratch battles with other creators like Florida Claimers Ted and some others. They have a lot of friendly conversation on their channel in StreamYard panels while they talk about crypto and the stock market and anything else that comes up. Sometimes they do some channel shout outs similar to what we do here. And it's getting on a while back, but about 6 months ago, I joined them on their channel for a dedicated 2-hour interview-style conversation about YouTube, which was enjoyable, of course. Now, hopefully everybody will connect with the Stock Explorer. That's Nora, and she's actually got 2 channels. Sometimes she's got charts and graphs for us to see on the channel as well while we're talking about stocks, but she gives tips, tricks, and even technical information when it comes to the idea of stock options or NFTs. And as you can see from lives, videos, and shorts, and beginner tutorials, advanced topics, and everything in between. Tropical Buzz is where this same creator, Nora the Stock Explorer, wants to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some they'll be growing themselves. They've got involved in seed swaps and things like that with other creators as well. And then Neil Collects, take on streams running over 12 hours. You don't get the watch time. So interesting, but yes. If you notice our copyright-free music channel, if anybody hasn't seen it, all the same music that you hear in the background of Superchatters is available as copyright-free music. When we run streams over there, it's been a while now, but we used to run them 24 hours a day with 10-minute breaks every 12 hours. If you make a live stream over 12 hours long, you may not get the watch hours credit for that live stream at all that you were hoping for, but certainly not over the 12-hour mark. And you can't download them after in most cases and things like that as well. So what a lot of people do is, or a lot of people could do, is instead of doing a 24-hour stream, if you set up a system like OBS with automatic screen switcher or advanced scene switcher, you can set the streams to automatically break after, I used to do it after 49 minutes. The reason why is because in OBS, particularly, when I would run a stream, I found that 5 minutes is not enough to break the stream. It would just continue again afterwards, which is not what you want. 10 minutes is enough to break the stream. So I would tell it that at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. start streaming and stop streaming 11 hours and 49 minutes after. And that would set up that system, so that's an idea. Pardon me, I'm not drinking enough again. I don't know if I just spun or not. I just put another couple of names on the wheel. Yellow Shirt Dad and Lisa J. Stocks are here. I really got to start moving it because I want to get through as many channels as we can in the next half hour or so. We've got a raid already set up for Gail's Southern Living. I'll drop the link for that in another almost half hour or so when we're getting ready, 25 minutes or so. Oh, thank you, Paralife TV. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. They've been a long-time friend, actually. Scratching Wolf is here with 396 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. They did let us know that they're actually doing some more live streams. So they said that since I had their channel up the last time, they've done a few more, which is great to see. So I see they're doing silent live streams. And then as well, we're going to look at their shorts videos, and these have started to get close to 1,000 views. One of them at 976, which is great to see. A lot of lottery ticket scratching here, and I'm just going to grab the latest video, 2 sessions here, and I'll put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. If anybody here would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Neil Collects is coming up. We'll see what this creator's got going on their channel for today. They happen to be live right now. I'm not sure if they're doing a similar type of thing, but that's okay. Oh, Stream Elements, yeah, as a robot. They're fairly easy to use. One hint that I can give everybody about all of the robots, whether it's Nightbot, Botissimo, Streamlabs, or Stream Elements, or another one, is when you start using the robots, my suggestion is to go into where any of the settings are, particularly for the chat. It's often called a ChatBot or, live chat or something like that, and turn everything off. Read and learn what it is, and then turn the features on one at a time. The reason why is because it takes us so much work to get new people to come into our channels and our streams and our premieres, and it's a horrible thing when Nightbot starts timing everybody out and banning them and whatever else it does, and people can get really turned off by that. So I would treat them very carefully, but I use 4 of them here, and one of the reasons why is because they have each one has a strength that I enjoy, and the other reason why is if one takes the day off, as digital things sometimes do, then another one can pick up the stream, or pick up the slack is what I meant to say. Neil Collects is up here. This is a creator that collects all kinds of different things, not just numismatic collectible coins and precious metals. They do a little bit of silver stacking, I believe, but they also collect action figures, trading cards, and anything else that anybody would consider collectible. I got to dig through their channel and see if they've collected any vinyl records. Maritz's Yarn and Crafts, good to see you here. I'm going to get you onto the wheel right now. We might end up going a little bit overtime. I'm hoping not to stretch it too far. We could, because just Jason Keto and Gail Southern Living will be on for a while. Maritz's Yarn and Crafts is coming up on the wheel. And when we look at Neil Collects, we're going to look at the shorts on the channel as well. We see that these have gotten into 3,100, 4,300, even 5,200 views. Lots of different types of things with some very popular characters included, of course. And then live streams are something that they're doing frequently as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with them, put that notification bell on like we do for all channels, so you can hopefully catch everything that they come up with, or a lot of it anyway. And Gloria's Platter still in the house. Thank you for coming back in. Barb's Country Home is here. I'm going to get them on the wheel right now. Lisa J. Stocks is coming up. We'll see what this creator's got going on their channel. They were posting just about every day. They're going to help us with our finances. And like the Stock Explorer, It's the Bankroll Budgeting, just because, and a few other creators, I'm very grateful to have a few financial channels here in the Tuber Chat family, because 90% of us or more have monetization on our minds, and wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the revenue that's going to come in from that monetization, not to mention the income we already have. So Lisa J. Stocks is going to help us with this, a little bit of inspiration and motivation when it comes to the idea of saving money or finding ways to get together money for investing, and then talking about the technical aspects like dollar cost averaging, dividend stocks. They're very forthcoming about their own portfolios as well, and they really consider mixing up the content to give us as much advice and information as possible. I always believe it's best for everybody to have as much financial information and advice as they possibly can, so that regardless of whether you're planning on investing in the stock market in particular, every financial decision that you make is therefore that much more educated, right? It's very important in my opinion. So Lisa J Stocks as well has got some shorts videos here, a bit of variety, but some of these are really starting to move. One at 2,100, one at 2,400, one at 3,800 views. These are all fairly new shorts videos for her, so I'm glad to see those moving. 640 subscribers. We'd love to push her towards the 700 that they're thinking about. And live streams here are occasional. They seem to be doing them about once a week. They've had a couple of familiar faces on the channel as well. So it's great to get some extra opinion in there. So we've got a counter, thank you Scratch and PPA, on the bottom of the screen, ish, over here in the middle of the screen, for Get to the Farm. And that is because they're at 993 subscribers right now. They're an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. It's a husband and wife team, actually, between that channel and I Want to Know. And we'd love to get to the farm over that 1,000 subscribers today if we can. Granny Filming Again is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. And let's see right now. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. Granny Filming Again is going to film anything that comes up that might be of any kind of interest. So they've got their phone in hand and they're kind of just looking for whatever comes their way. I laugh because she keeps updating the About page as well. Mobile live streaming around the house, homemaking. Oh, sorry, mobile home living around the house. Homemaking, cooking, cleaning, and some grocery pickups and hauls. A little bit of other variety here. We'll look at the shorts first. We see that some of these have really moved, though, into the 5,800, 6,100 on a couple of them, actually. And then when we get into videos, we find more variety. So you see indoors, outdoors, a grocery haul. They could be giving us a story to be told, bringing us a storm, baking with an ASMR type video. And Granny Filming Again is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who seems to be here with us every day as well. They got 507 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600 they're going to be thinking about. Michelle VB, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. If anybody has the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate that as well. Cabaret Gaming is coming up, and this is a longtime friend of almost 3 years. They bring a lot of video gameplay, as you can imagine, in shorts, videos, and live streams. When we look at the videos here, we see that they've got a few Assassin's Creed videos. They were doing a lot of Grand Theft Auto for a while, but they're always mixing up the video gameplay on their channel. I try to catch as much as I can. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And when we get into the shorts videos, some of these have broken out at 15,000, 30,000, even 35,000, which is great to see. And then live streams are frequent. I've got a notification on for one that they've got coming up in a couple. Oh, it's tomorrow, and I try to catch them as often as I can. I think they stream almost every single day. Cabaret Vlogs is another channel from this creator where they bring us tech tips, tricks, tutorials from the same creator behind Cabaret Gaming. So when we look here, we see that they've got a few shorts that have started to move into over 500 views, which is great. And videos on the channel are always helpful. Some of them very technical, but they post occasionally here as well. So hopefully everybody will help get them moving towards the 400 subscribers we know that they're thinking about. So Get to the Farm is now at 994. We got half an hour to go. If anybody hasn't connected with them, I hope that you will. They're a loyal and dedicated supporter. Definitely her and her husband are generous creators. I'd love for you to get their support coming to your channel as well. And we'd love to see them hit that 1,000. and then get to the farm. Hopefully is going to have the time to come over into Gail Southern Living's channel after. She'll let us continue meeting friends and family members over there. You want to solidify that 1,000 if we make it. If we don't quite get there, we'll likely get it Gail Southern Living's channel. Mr. Fulton Mraz is in the house. They happen to be a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. They always come in with good news. They're a friend of over 3.5 years. They've been with me since before Tuber Chat was even a thought. As a matter of fact, Jewel in the Kitchen's been with us from the beginning. She's a friend of 3 years as well. 3,400 subscribers on this channel. Jewel in the Kitchen is an incredibly authentic creator. She's somebody who cares very much about her community. I've seen her collaborate with others. She's always been supportive, both here in Tuber Chat, and I've seen her out 1,000,000 times. I counted 1,000,000 times in different premieres and live streams supporting others. Jewel in the Kitchen is going to bring us delicious looking content with a lot of dishes and meals that are a little bit different for somebody like me. I'm always happy to see cooking videos and channels because you get a real world look at what people are making for their friends, for their family, in their kitchens, in their homes, and other places. And I think it's great, and it's something that is, stands the test of time, any kind of cooking and baking. When we look at shorts videos, we see that they've gotten into 3,400, even 4,100 views, and they bring a bit more variety on top of the delicious looking content they're known for. And then live streams are occasional, so we'll keep an eye on the channel. We got our notification bell on as well. Hopefully we'll catch them if they're going to stream again. And of course they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So that's Jewel in the Kitchen. We'll spin the wheel. Katie's Kitchen is coming up. When did we last take a break? Hopefully it was half an hour ago, was it? Ish. I usually take them every half hour. I just want to make sure I'm not overdoing it, but we'll see if it was a while ago. Katie's Kitchen will come up in a second here, and we'll keep things rolling. Annabelle TV is in the house. They bring fun everywhere that they go, including here in our Tuber Chat live streams. I'm going to get a couple of names onto the wheel from our chat list shortly too. And Katie's Kitchen is here with 193 subscribers. This creator is going to bring us some food bank grocery hauls, some cooking videos, and a bit more variety as well. We dig through the videos and we see that they post occasionally, usually about once a week. Hopefully they'll have a new production soon. And then when we get into their shorts videos, we see that some of these have already started to move. One of them over 6,600, one of them over 8,300. And then when we get into live streams, they've done a few of these. They're usually bringing us video gameplay, but they're mixing up the games so that we have different things to see all the time here as well. Katie's Kitchen is here with us frequently, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Let me spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go, and I'll get my Bautissimo list worked out so I can figure out what I'm going to do about adding names to the wheel from our chat list. Okay, we're going to go on break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back with Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. All right, we are back and looking at Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. You'll notice I also have a counter, and it's right there-ish, and it's got Get to the Farm on it with 994 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,000 that they are getting so dangerously close to. I'm just trying to see if I can expand this and get a little bit of size going here at all. Maybe not. Okay, that's okay. Right after Tuber Chat today, we're going over to Gail's Southern Living's channel. Just Jason Keto and more will be a guest over there. They'll let us continue meeting more friends and family members the same way we do here, so you can consider it an extra opportunity. I've added a couple of names to the wheel. Hannah Rose and Kimberly Gila are both on there. And Maritza's Yarn and Crafts is sitting at 302 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400. We know they must be thinking about. They've got a few shorts here. One of them, over 700 views already, getting close to 800. When we look at the videos, Maritza's Yarn and Crafts is actually a channel I'm still getting to know. We see some Happy Mail videos, lots of yarn, a little bit of outdoor ideas, pardon me, and then even unboxing videos, which is kind of cool. What I might do is take this Fall Fest 23 giveaway video. This was something that Gail's Southern Living has been doing, and I'll put that video on my catch-up list just to give me another piece of content to watch, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. They've been with us a few times now, and we'd love for her support to come back to you after you connect with her. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel coming up on the screen. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Barb's Country Home is here with almost 1,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. This is a creator I see out supporting other creators all the time. They come to us, of course, from the homesteading community of channels, and I group a lot of categories together there. We talk about farming, gardening, ranching, typical homesteading, and a lot of outdoor channels, as well as indoor preservation, cooking, baking, and things like that, canning, preserving. Barb's Country Home, I've just taken your latest banana pudding video and put that into my catch-up list. That'll be an interesting thing to see. I see you've got a couple of product reviews on the channel as well. Shorts videos have gotten into 3,600 views and higher, and then 22,000 on a breakout shorts, which is great to see. And hopefully everybody will connect with Barb's Country Home, and we'll see if we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,100 we know they're thinking about. If anybody hasn't given a thumbs up already, I hope you will. They really do help. We're going to look at Kimberly Gila right now as well. This is a creator who recently found the Tuber Chat family, and we'll see what they've got going on their channel. And we've got a live stream coming up right after Tuber Chat from Gail's Southern Living, so we'll go over there and raid. I'll drop the link in about 5 minutes. Kimberly Gila's got 34 subscribers. We'd love to push this channel a little bit farther towards the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Shanster Travels, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. When we look at Kimberly Gila, we'll get an idea on the About page as to what they expect to do. They do videos on traveling, a little cooking, gardening, walking around their city, and talking about important topics. And we'll look forward to seeing more of what they're going to come up with. And I see that they've got a brand new video. So they did a hamburger helper, but they used turkey for that. So that's a nice substitute, a little bit healthier, we might think. And then it looks like they're bringing us shopping videos. They're taking us outside as well as bringing us inside. So a bit of variety here, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to this creator. We'd love to welcome them into the Tuber Chat family. They've been with us a couple of times now, but we'd love to push them a little bit farther, like I said, towards that first 100. let's spin the wheel and we'll get another channel up on the screen. I'm really moving fast through channels now. Things always get faster as the stream goes on because I want to get as many on as I can before we go over to Gail's Southern Living shortly. The J. Jordan is another longtime generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. This creator is either live or posting all the time. They literally have a premiere running now. The J. Jordan is working on 3,900 subscribers. They post just about every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. And what we see from the J. Jordan is a lot of fitness as well as music, and then sometimes they take us out on adventures. Could be a look around, or they take us bowling, usually once a week, I think. I'm going to look at their shorts videos and you'll see some real magic on this channel as they've gotten into 11,000, 17,000, even 20,000 views on a lot of these fitness shorts videos. Live streams are frequent. They're either live on their own channel or they're joining other creators. They've been on countless StreamYard panels, and you can see sometimes they're doing a StreamYard, sometimes they're out giving us a look around their area, sometimes they're at the bowling alley. I've caught a few of these as well. So we've always got notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content as we can. Shanster Travels, I know you've been here for a couple minutes. Thank you for being in the chat, and let's spin the wheel. We'll get Leela Life My Way coming up right now. I'm not sure if they're still here. They were here at the beginning of the stream. And Hannah Rose is still yet to come. I've got them on the wheel. Leela Life My Way is somebody who's going to bring us a lot of shopping videos. I can see I'm behind. They've been posting frequently with some really long videos as well. So I'll take the latest one. I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to see what they did in the last one. They're looking for a home right now, so a real estate video. That'll be interesting. And then you can see a bit of variety here. What I've found from Leela Life My Way is a lot of shopping type videos. She was going to a lot of garden centers during the summer from different big retailers in the US. She's got some shorts videos here that have 1,100, 1,300, even 1,400 views. And then live streams are something that she just did one last night. So it must have been an all-night silent stream. Lots of creators are doing this. You'll notice that she's cutting them under the 12-hour mark as well, which is great because that will help retain all of the watch hours, right? If it goes over 12 hours, you might not get the watch hours and may not get much at all, to be honest with you. So we always want to cut them under 12 hours if you're doing that kind of thing. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, and hopefully we'll push Leela Life My Way towards the 800 subscribers they're thinking about. Get to the Farm has got the counter that I've got in the middle of the screen here. If anybody hasn't already connected to them, I hope that you will. Get to the Farm, and I Want to Know are a husband and wife combo, but incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. And I'd love for everybody to get their support coming back to you after you connect with them. 1,000 subscribers is a wonderful milestone. We'd love to get to the Farm there if we can. Mr. Fulton Mraz is coming up. This is a friend of over 3.5 years. He's been with me since before Tuber Chat was even a thought, even on my original, my personal channel. And I'm just going to grab the link for the raid we're going to do. And I'll pin that so everybody can get there. It's a live stream, so of course the chat is already running. Anybody can hop over anytime. They'll likely be on for quite a while. It's going to be Gail Southern Living and Just Jason Keto and more, who are both dear friends here in the Tuber Chat family. Just Jason Keto, of course, motivates us with healthy eating, healthy living, and Gail Southern Living is going to be excited to learn about that, she tells me as well. So I'm looking forward to it also. They'll let us keep meeting friends and family members over there. We'll take it one at a time here, but I might be able to get through another couple of channels. Mr. Fulton Mraz has got 2,000 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit further towards the 2,100 he's thinking about. It's a lot of variety on his channel. He's interviewed a lot of creators. I've been interviewed by Mr. Fulton Mraz. He always comes through here, or most often as he can, to give us good news and hang out in the chat for a second. He has got 1,300 and even 1,700 views on a couple of shorts videos. He's got a few live streams coming up, and one of them will be for his 24th birthday, and that must be today. Is that today? He flew through here really quickly. I don't know if I don't imagine Mr. Fulton Mraz is still with us right now. I might have missed the opportunity to wish him a happy birthday, but he's got a stream coming up tonight, so hopefully we can visit him for that. And let me just, I've got my notification on. Shorts videos we've looked at. Videos here bring pure variety, like I said, but he's interviewed creators as well. And obviously a loyal and dedicated supporter. Let's spin the wheel. Get to the Farm again has the counter that we've got in the bottom of the screen here with 994. We'd love to get them to that 1,000 if we can. If anybody hasn't already connected with them, I hope that you will. They're another incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. It's a husband and wife combo. They're both incredibly supportive here. We see I Want to Know and Get to the Farm together all the time. The Bud Files are up right now. These are modern-day archaeologists. What they seek to do on their channel is uncover history and digitally preserve it. They do that through explorations of abandoned locations, a little bit of history, almost like history lessons here, as well as a bit of variety. They've really expanded their content over the last year or so, and they've got some shorts now that have gotten into 3,400, even 5,000 views. One of them over 15,000. And then when we look through here, we see a lot of variety like we find in most creators, bringing pure variety into their shorts. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Live streams can involve an outdoor exploration. They go to places like abandoned cities, graveyards, cemeteries. They could be singing, they could be dancing at home, they could be playing a game, or taking us out on a different kind of adventure. So the Bud Files are here every day, for which I'm grateful, and they're out supporting other creators constantly. Whenever I'm out trying to do the same thing, I run into them all the time. And then, yeah, so Get to the Farm, all the usual suspects are probably connected to you. See, Get to the Farm is with us almost every day lately as well. So it's very likely that a lot of people who are here today have already connected to you. We're hoping we can catch some more subscribers for Get to the Farm, though. I'm just going to put this channel up here right now. Now, Hannah Rose is a fairly popular name for a channel, and this is somebody we're still getting to know here. They're fairly new to Tuber Chat, so I'm just going to catch their handle and put this in the chat. That might make it easier to find them. Martha Makes Art, good to see you here. This is why I don't often do the push either, because here in Tuber Chat it doesn't work as well as other places. You know, you can gain a ton of subscribers and hopefully not lose all of them, but you might lose a few. Here in Tuber Chat, we're so focused on connecting the right way that the push rarely works here. I may stop doing it now that YouTube's got to the 1,000 subscribers, but they've got the 500 as the marker, because people are making it faster and faster all the time. So we'll see. Martha Makes Art is here. Jose Fantasticville, good to see you in the house. But I thought I wanted to try. So if anybody hasn't connected to Get to the Farm, I hope you will. That's the counter I've got on the screen there. Now, Hannah Rose, I can't remember for the life of me if this is a channel that's been with us before and just started coming back in the last couple of days, or if this is a brand new channel in the Tuber Chat family, and forgive me for being unsure. They've been with us at least once before on the screen here, but they've got almost 1,300 subscribers. Now, I'm going to take one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That would give me a chance to see what they're up to. I think I must have connected on a longer video the other day. Whenever I connect to a creator here in Tuber Chat, I try to find a 10-minute video if they have them. Shorts videos on this channel have just started, but some of these have gotten into the 300 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then live streams are something that they might begin doing again. We've got our notification bell on so we can catch them if they do. I'm going to drop the link again for that raid that we're going to do for Gail's Southern Living shortly. But I've got time to put a couple more names onto the wheel right now from our chat list. So I'm going to do that in a second. Let's spin between Yellow Shirt Dad and Annabelle TV. And then I'll see who else is coming up on the wheel in a second. Yellow Shirt Dad is coming up. We'll see what they've got going on. Yellow Shirt Dad is Gene. This is a creator that's always smiling, always laughing. We can't help but chuckle and laugh along because he brings us the joke of the day on his channel a lot of times. Let me see if Toyin's Kitchen is in the house. Yeah, they're here. Toyin's Kitchen is on the wheel. Let me see if Lavaz ASMR. Did I look at their channel already? Maybe not. Jesse Miller. Yeah, they're still here. Let me get Jesse Miller's unboxings and more onto the wheel for now. When we look through yellow, oh dear, pardon me. I sent the mouse right off the desk there. When we look at Yellow Shirt Dad's channel, we're gonna see, like I said, this creator's always smiling, always laughing. I see I'm behind with the joke of the day. I'm just gonna grab one of their latest videos. This is a different kind of video. I'm very happy to see long form content from Gene here. Otherwise, you get the joke of the day a couple of times a week. So this is a good long form content here, especially for connecting. When we connect with channels here in Tuber Chat, we're always looking for videos that are at least 3 minutes long. And when we look at Yellow Shirt Dad, we see he's working on 1,700 subscribers as well. So we dig through the videos, and as you go through a lot of these, you're going to find when you get to some of the older ones, you find some more long-form content as well. Stories to be told, looks around different areas and different events. When we get into the shorts videos, this creator's got 5,200 on one of them, 7,700, and more shorts into the thousands all the way up as well, which is great to see. Live streams are something they've recently started doing, and they've got StreamYard panels going. Gene is somebody who came into the Tuber Chat family many months ago and right away started having impact on a lot of creators. I was happy to see a lot of the friendships forming between different creators. It's always heartwarming to see that, not to mention run into each other, supporting each other's channels, if that makes sense, in different premieres and live streams. So you'll find Yellow Shirt Dad out in the Tuber Chat community and spanning out into everybody else's communities often. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is working on 1,700 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Timmy Ray the King, do you have 2 channels? I'm just curious because I see something in the background here and it makes me wonder if both of them are not you. One with capital letters and one without. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More obviously is going to give us unboxings and more. So I'm just going to see what they've got going up in this monthly subscription box, it looks like. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, a nice 20-minute video that she just put out, actually. And Intrepid, it's good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More has been a dear friend for a long time. She supports all of my channels. The reason why I mention that is so that you can understand what kind of support you can expect back from this creator. She's been a friend of almost 3 years now, I think. Wheaton Shaw's back in the house. Good to see you here. When we look at shorts videos on Jesse Miller, we see that these have gotten into well over 1,200 views on a couple of them, one over 2,200, which is great to see. And then live streams are something that she does occasionally, but we'll keep the notification bell on for all channels, of course, so that we can catch each other whenever we're doing that kind of thing. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a second. Toyin's Kitchen is coming up. This is another creator who we see frequently. They're fairly new, just catching us within the last couple of months, but they've already been here frequently during that time. 254 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 300 that they're thinking about. And I'm just going to drop a link before we talk about their content. We've got a raid coming up in a few minutes here. We'll go over to Gail Southern Living's channel for a talk with Just Jason Keto. Toyin's Kitchen is going to bring us some delicious looking content as well. I'm still getting to know the channel. I'm going to grab your second latest video. It's got a couple more minutes in it, and I know it's only a couple, but every minute matters when we're thinking about watch hours, right? It's never too early to start. We'd love to push them towards the 300 subscribers that they're thinking about. When we look through their videos, we find tons of delicious looking content here, and I'm looking forward to learning more about the channel as time goes on. Shorts coming up into the 11,000 views and 28,000. That's wonderful, and hopefully we see more success like that, but I bet that we will then. Live streams are something that they've been doing as well, frequently actually, so hopefully we'll catch them for another one of these. We got the notification bell on, of course, and Toyin's Kitchen, like I said, has been with us frequently since finding us just a couple of months ago. Let's spin the wheel just for fun. We'll get to Annabelle TV. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I will leave this live stream running for a few extra minutes after we look at Annabelle TV's channel, so that we can continue cleaning up our connections here until Gail Southern Living starts their live stream, or 3 minutes, whichever happens first. Midlife Travels is in the house. They happen to be a member, so I'll put them on the wheel right now. We'll spin just for fun. We'll look at their channel in a moment. Annabelle TV brings fun everywhere she goes. She most often brings us mukbang-style challenges that are usually collaborations with other creators. Sometimes she brings traditional unboxings and product reviews on her channel as well, but there's always fun on her channel. A little bit of humor comes with it as well. When we look at the shorts on the channel, she's gotten into over 1,000 views, so that will likely continue. Live streams are something that are frequent. She did one earlier today, and looks like about once a week-ish, so we'll keep our notification bell on for her, of course, as we do for all creators. I can see I'm behind with your videos, but I got the latest one in my catch-up list there. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit. Yeah, Timmy Ray the King, I saw another account come in with the same name. So hopefully that's you. And then Midlife Travels is coming up right now. Let's see what they've got going on. Annabelle TV is incredibly supportive here in Tuber Chat, but I also see her out supporting other creators when I'm out bouncing in between premieres and live streams myself as well. Midlife Travels has 95 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards that first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. Shorts are front and center on the channel, so we'll look at those first, and we see that these have gotten into 1,900, 2,100, and 2,400 views, and we'd love to push them a little bit farther when we talk about their subscriber numbers. Like I said, towards that first 100. The shorts will likely grow, and this goes for everybody as you post more and more. I know it probably goes without saying, but we see creators even here over the last couple of months who continue to post shorts that far exceed what they already had when we first started putting their channel on the screen. Lisa J. Stocks comes to mind when I think about that. Midlife Travels has a new video. I'm just going to put that in my catch-up list. I know it's short. I just want to see what you have to say there. It looks like a slideshow video. That's another thing that not everybody thinks about. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I don't want to even recommend it, but before the days of YouTube, or before we started on YouTube, it's very possible that people have albums upon albums upon albums of family photos and things like that, stories that could be told but won't be in video format. There's nothing wrong with the idea of putting together a slideshow of different vacations, and that kind of thing's been going on for decades, and the chance to give memories to the family and stuff like that. I was thinking about that myself recently, digging through some old photos and putting together almost a chronicle of life moving forward. So it could be an idea, but I wonder if that's what this is a slideshow. It looks like it when I roll over it, but I'll watch that video and we'll see. Philip Lemon's in the house. I put them on the wheel because they happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We'll spin just for fun. We've got Raid coming up, and they should be starting any second actually, for Gail's Southern Living, talking to Just Jason Keto, and he will give us tips, tricks, and advice on her channel for how we can live a little bit healthier and eat a little bit healthier. We'll look at Philip Lemon right now. This creator brings pure variety on their channel. They've been a loyal and dedicated supporter to Superchat for a long, long time. We see some shorts, and we see their subscriber numbers getting close to 200. Hopefully we can push them a little bit closer. They've got 1,500 views and beyond on a couple of their shorts videos. Live streams are something that they've done in the past. We've got our notification bell on in case they do some more, and they've started posting some videos again. So hopefully we'll see something new from Philip Lemon shortly. Thank you everybody for the time that you spent. I'll see you over with Gail's Southern Living and Just Jason Keto in a few minutes. We are back tomorrow afternoon. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.